55. The length, width, and height of a large box are thrice those of a smaller box. The volume of the large box is A. Thrice that of the smaller box. B. 6 times that of a smaller box. C. 9 times that of a smaller box. D. 27 times that of a smaller box. E. 8 times that of a smaller box. Okay, so volume. What is the formula for volume of the box? So V is equal to length times height times width. So if the smaller box has a volume of length times width times height, length times width times height, then the volume of large box is equal to thrice the length of the smaller box times thrice the width of the smaller box times thrice the height of the smaller box. So this is now the volume of the large box. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, and then length times width times height. Therefore, the correct answer is letter D, 27 times that of a smaller box. 56. On a number line, if one endpoint is at negative 12 and its midpoint is at negative 4, then the other endpoint is at A, negative 8, B, 0, C, 12, D, 8, E, 4. So, the given points are one endpoint, which is negative 12, and midpoint at negative 4. First, get the distance between this point from one endpoint to the midpoint. So that is 12 minus 4. So the distance is 8. And that 8, you have to add that to the midpoint. So the midpoint is 4 to get the other endpoint. So 8 plus negative 4 is positive 4. So positive 4 on the number line. Therefore, the correct answer is letter E. 57. A telephone pole is 9 meters tall. What is the length of a piece of wire which extends from the top of the pole to a point that is 12 meters from the base of the pole? A. 21, B. 18, C. 15, D. 12, E. 9. So let us try to have a sketch of what the problem is telling us. So telephone pole is 9 meters tall. So let's try to draw a pole. So 9, and then the wire extends from the top of the pole to a point that is 12 meters from the base of the pole. So 12 meters from the base of the pole. So the wire extends. So the problem forms a right triangle. The wire from the top to a point 12 meters from the base of the pole is the hypotenuse of the right triangle. Okay. So the base is 12 meters. 12 meters. So, okay. Now we can now solve for the length of wire by Pythagorean theorem. So this pole is 9 meters tall. So 9 meters tall. And our hypotenuse is what we are going to solve to find out. It's the length of the wire. Then, the base length is 12 meters. That is the distance of the wire from the base of the pole. So by Pythagorean theorem, since this is 90-degree angle, so use Pythagorean theorem to solve for the length of the wire, which is h. So Pythagorean theorem is, the equation for that is hypotenuse, the square of hypotenuse, square of our hypotenuse equals square of the base plus square of the height. So 9 squared. So 8 squared, the length of wire is equal to, the square of the length of wire is 12 times 12 is 144 plus 9 times 9 is 81 equals 144 plus 81 is 225. Then the length of the wire is equal to square root of 225. Square root of 225, and that is equal to 15 meters. So the length of the wire is 15 meters. And the correct answer from our choices is letter C.